Welcome to Ask All AIs, the channel where we ask questions to all AIs and rate the answers. Today's question: describe a hypothetical scenario where telling a lie would be the most ethical choice.
QN answer: in a scenario where a person must protect the life of an innocent individual from a dangerous aggressor, lying about the person's whereabouts could be the most ethical choice to ensure their safety.
DeepSeek answer: a doctor lies to an armed, unstable patient about the location of another patient to prevent a violent attack. The lie protects an innocent life, and the harm of the deception is far outweighed by the prevention of greater, irreversible harm. In this urgent scenario, truth-telling would enable violence, making the lie the most ethical, protective choice.
Google Gemini answer: imagine a friend is hiding from an abusive individual who is actively searching for them. This individual confronts you, demanding to know your friend's whereabouts. Telling the truth would directly expose your friend to severe physical harm. In this dire situation, lying about your friend's location or denying knowledge would be the most ethical choice. The lie serves to protect an innocent life from imminent danger, prioritizing safety over strict adherence to truthfulness.
ChatGPT answer: in a scenario where telling the truth would cause unnecessary harm, such as hiding the location of a person from a potential attacker, lying to protect that person's safety is the most ethical choice. For example, if someone asks where a friend hiding from danger is, lying to prevent harm respects the value of human life and prioritizes safety over strict honesty.
Llama 3 answer: in a situation where a person is hiding from an abuser, telling a lie about their location could protect them from harm. Lying in this case would prioritize the person's safety and well-being, making it the most ethical choice to ensure their protection.
XAI answer: imagine a doctor treating a terminally ill patient who asks if they will recover. The truth would cause immense despair in their final days. The doctor lies saying yes to provide comfort and hope, allowing the patient to spend their remaining time peacefully with family. This preserves dignity and emotional well-being, outweighing the minor deception.
Anthropic's Claude answer: a scenario where lying would be ethical is hiding refugees in your home during a genocide and denying their presence to hostile authorities. The lie directly protects innocent lives from grave harm, and the moral duty to preserve human life outweighs the general obligation to tell the truth in this extreme case.
Results: Quen answer: clear and concise but lacks specific context and examples. The response establishes the ethical principle well but doesn't provide concrete scenarios or detailed reasoning about the harm-benefit analysis. The explanation is straightforward but could benefit from more nuanced exploration of the ethical trade-offs. Score: 6 out of 10. DeepSeek answer: excellent specific example with clear harm-benefit analysis. The medical scenario provides concrete context, and the reasoning explicitly weighs the harm of deception against prevention of greater, irreversible harm. Strong logical progression from premise to conclusion with professional context that adds credibility. Score: 9 out of 10. Google Gemini answer: well-developed scenario with clear ethical reasoning. The abusive individual scenario is realistic and emotionally compelling. The response effectively contrasts the consequences of truth-telling versus lying and explicitly states the ethical prioritization of safety over strict adherence to truthfulness. Good balance of emotional appeal and logical reasoning. Score: 8 out of 10. OpenAI answer: clear but somewhat generic explanation. While the response correctly identifies the ethical principle, it lacks the specific contextual details that make other responses more compelling. The reasoning is sound but could be strengthened with more concrete examples and deeper analysis of the ethical trade-offs involved. Score: 7 out of 10. Llama 3 answer: simplistic and underdeveloped response. While the core ethical principle is correct, the explanation lacks depth, specific examples, and detailed reasoning. The response feels rushed and doesn't adequately explore the complexity of the ethical dilemma or provide compelling justification. Score: 5 out of 10. XAI answer: interesting and thoughtful medical ethics scenario, though somewhat unconventional for this prompt. The terminal illness example provides a different perspective on harm prevention through emotional protection rather than physical safety. The reasoning about preserving dignity and emotional well-being is nuanced, though the scenario may be less universally applicable than physical protection cases. Score: 7 out of 10. Anthropic Claude answer: powerful and ethically compelling scenario with strong moral weight. The genocide refugee example carries significant ethical gravity and clearly demonstrates the life-or-death stakes. The response explicitly addresses the moral hierarchy where duty to preserve human life outweighs the general obligation to tell the truth. Well-reasoned with appropriate gravity for the subject matter. Score: 9 out of 10. This time, the top 3 answers are: third place, Google Gemini: well-developed abusive individual scenario with realistic context and clear ethical prioritization of safety over truthfulness.
That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment your questions, and we will ask all AIs, subscribe and share.